The ocean is more than a mysterious world beneath the waves. It is the engine that controls the entire planet's climate. Every gust of wind, every rainfall pattern, every heat wave, and even the air we breathe is shaped by the oceans. Yet most people never realize how deeply connected human life is to the shifting temperatures and currents of the sea. Today, we uncover why the ocean is the most powerful force in shaping Earth's climate and what might happen if it changes. The ocean, Earth's heat regulator. The ocean absorbs more heat from the sun than any other part of the Earth. In fact, more than 90% of excess heat trapped by greenhouse gases ends up in the water. Without the ocean acting like an enormous thermal sponge, the Earth would be far hotter than it is today. Warm water moves, and as it flows, it carries heat around the globe. This redistribution of heat is the reason why regions thousands of kilometers apart experience completely different climates. For example, without the warmth carried by currents, Western Europe would be as cold as Alaska. The ocean doesn't just store heat, it transports it with incredible precision, acting like a global air conditioning system. Ocean currents. The planet's circulatory system. Ocean currents are often described as rivers within the sea, but they are far more important than that. They form a vast, interconnected circulatory system known as the global conveyor belt. This system moves water from the surface to the deep ocean and back again, completing cycles that can take 1,000 years. These currents control weather patterns everywhere. They influence where storms form, where rain falls, and which regions experience drought. Warm surface currents release heat into the atmosphere, creating storms and regulating seasonal changes. Meanwhile, cold, deep currents store ancient water that slowly rises back up in nutrient-rich upwelling zones, supporting entire ecosystems. If these currents slow down or change direction, entire continents can experience climate shifts. And some scientists believe that parts of this system are already beginning to weaken. The ocean and the atmosphere, a constant exchange. The ocean and the atmosphere are locked in continuous communication. When the ocean warms, the atmosphere warms. When the ocean cools, the atmosphere cools. They trade heat, water vapor, gases, and even microscopic particles. This exchange controls everything from humidity to the strength of hurricanes. Warm oceans produce more evaporation, which leads to heavier rainfall. Cooler oceans calm the atmosphere, reducing storm formation. This delicate balance is why changes in sea temperature, sometimes as small as a single degree, can create massive climate events. One of the most powerful examples is the El Niño and La Niña cycle, which redistributes heat across the Pacific Ocean. This single pattern can cause droughts, floods, heat waves, and cold spells across the entire world. The ocean. As Earth's largest carbon sink, the ocean is responsible for absorbing about a quarter of all the carbon dioxide humans emit. Tiny marine organisms take in CO through photosynthesis, producing more than half the oxygen we breathe. When these organisms die, some of that carbon sinks into the deep ocean, locking it away for centuries. This process helps regulate the atmosphere and slows global warming. But the more carbon the ocean absorbs, the more acidic it becomes. Ocean acidification threatens coral reefs, shell-forming creatures, and entire food chains. If this natural balance collapses, the ocean will lose its ability to protect the planet from excess carbon. What happens if the ocean changes? If the ocean continues to warm, currents may weaken, storms may intensify, sea levels may rise, and ecosystems could collapse. Entire regional climates could shift, affecting agriculture, cities, and global economies. A weaker global conveyor belt could mean harsher winters in some regions and unbearable heat in others. Warmer oceans fuel stronger hurricanes. Melting ice dilutes saltwater, further disrupting currents. Rising temperatures bleach coral reefs, reducing biodiversity and damaging fisheries. Millions of people rely on. The ocean is powerful, but it is not invincible. Its climate-controlling mechanisms depend on stability, and right now, that stability is under pressure. The ocean is not just a body of water, it is the heartbeat of the planet. It shapes climates, supports ecosystems, produces oxygen, absorbs carbon, and makes Earth a livable world. Understanding its role is the first step toward protecting our future. Because as the ocean changes, so does everything else.